Namaste. Welcome back to 30 Days of Yoga. We're going to begin standing for the practice today. So find a place to stand at the front of your yoga space or the top of your yoga mat. Stretch your arms down at your sides. Gently spin your palms a little bit forward, just enough so that you feel your thumbs spin out and the collarbones get really wide. And then relax your shoulders away from your ears. Now is not the time to add more tension to your body. Rather, start to add attention to your body and how it feels physically today. Just taking these first few moments to press into your feet, lift the arches, inner arches and outer arches of your feet. And if you're not sure what that means, just lift all 10 toes and you'll immediately feel the activation of that energy pulling all the way up your legs. Keep hugging the belly gently in, but relax the shoulders down from the ears. Keeping your lips sealed together, take another delicious big inhale and exhale. And then on your next inhale, stretch your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, swan dive all the way through with very bent legs, just being kind to your low back and your hamstrings for the first couple of moves of our practice. Dangle your head, shake it out. On an inhale, press into your fingertips and stretch your tailbone back, your spine forward. Step your left leg back and lower your left knee down. Bring your hands up to your top leg. Drop your hips really far forward so you're feeling the tailbone sink towards the front heel. And then against that, draw those bottom ribs back in and stretch your arms up to the sky. Bend the elbows, open up the heart space, opening hips, shoulders, chest. Inhale, two arms reach. Exhale, step it back to downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal down through your right heel and then your left in your down dog. And then steady your feet, steady your gaze down towards the center of your mat. Maybe even shifting your gaze back towards your heels as your head hangs heavier. And as you look back at your heels, pick them up enough to press your tailbone a little higher, then pull your thigh bones back away from your chest and reach your heels down. On the inhale, rise high up onto your tiptoes, push into your hands, and tiptoe forward all the way to the top of your mat. At the top, inhale to a flat back shape. Fingertips can be on the mat or the shins. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands back together at your heart center. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, with a nice big generous bend in your knees, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step right leg back, right knee down. Coming to your low lunge shape again, take your hands to your front leg, drop your tailbone forward, lift your chest really tall, and then draw the bottom waist and ribs back in so you're getting that stretch into the hip flexor, not compression in the low back. Take your arms high, open up, chest lifting, throat gently lifting, and then folding hands back down to the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths in down dog, rooting one heel, then the other towards the mat. They don't have to actually touch the mat. You're just looking for length. On your inhale, reach your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it forward outside your right pinky finger. Drop the hips down. Take a couple breaths here and push your back hamstring really strong to the ceiling. Like if I was going to come sit on your back leg here, you could support me. Step it back to down dog. Take a big inhale, exhale, rooting down and downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high, up and back. Exhale, step it outside your left pinky finger. Let your hips just drop for a moment. And then again, strengthen the back leg all the way. Lift your heart forward towards the front of your mat. And then step it back to downward facing dog. We're going to do that a little bit faster. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it outside your right pinky finger. Lower the hips down. Step your hips back, feet back to down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it forward to the left. Chest forward. Step it back, downward facing dog. To the right, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it outside. Downward dog. Left leg high. Exhale, step it forward. And down dog. Take your feet a little bit wider now. Walk your hands back to your feet. Grab a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers and your thumbs. Inhale, press your chest gently forward. Exhale, move your elbows left to right and fold forward all the way down into this delicious deep hamstring stretch. Walk your hands up your legs, keeping a little bend in your knees. At the top, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach your arms high to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands together, heart center, and step your feet back together under your hips. Step your left leg wide so that you're facing the long side of your yoga mat. Take a look at your feet, line up your toes and heels along the same line. Take your arms to a T shape. We're going to take the right leg, spin it forward. Left heel pushes back for triangle pose. Shift the hips back, reach the rib cage forward. Right hand down, left arm high. One big breath here, looking up to your top hand. Inhale to a reverse triangle shape, right arm reaching for the sky. And then pivoting on the mat to the other end. Left leg forward, right heel pushes back, arms to a T shape for triangle. Hips back, ribs reaching, tilting, folding, right arm high. Inhale, reverse your triangle. One more time to the top of your mat. Well, I guess the back of the mat technically. Right leg forward, hips back, ribs forward, triangle pose. And taking it to the reverse triangle, shifting sides, left leg forward, setting up your triangle, shift, then fold. Right arm up. Oh, my hip just cracked. Reverse triangle. Maybe yours did too. Pivot off your back heel. Look forward to the top of your yoga space and push off your back toes to step forward to the top. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, fold hands all the way down. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths, resetting, relaxing the head, the neck. Inhale high into your tiptoes, push into your hands, tiptoe forward to the top of your space. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press, rise, reach up. Maybe a hoodie wasn't the best choice for my yoga apparel today. Exhale, hands to heart center. I wanted to support my family and friends back in Los Angeles. I have so many people I'm connected to in California, so I wore my Santa Monica sweatshirt. All right, hands together, heart center. Inhale, arms reaching up. Exhale, step right foot wide. Take it to warrior two, to the back of your space. Press down through your right leg. Press your right heel a lot to the right. So we're looking for length from the inner knee to the inner groin. So oftentimes I see students kind of go a little into their warrior two, really commit, go all the way down. And then relax the shoulders, but stretch really vibrantly all the way through fingertips, like you could touch two walls on either side of you. Let's reverse that warrior. Stay really low in your front leg. Hands to your waist, shift to the other end of your mat. Warrior two. Arms spreading wide like really strong swords at your side. Get that front leg really low, commit to being in the shape. And then reversing your warrior, staying really low, front leg. Hands to your hips, one more time to the back. Warrior two. Reverse it. Hands to your hips, stand tall, shift to the other end of the mat. Open warrior two. Reverse it. Bring hands to your hips, face the front of your mat, spin off your back heel, push off your toes, step forward to the top. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. Deep breath, pressing heels, lifting the belly away from the thighs. Inhaling high into your toes. Exhale, tiptoe forward, straight legs as long as you can, pushing into hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, hands together, heart center. Stepping your right foot wide to the long edge of your mat again. Arms to a T, setting up for side angle pose. So heels in line or front heel to the back arch. Press into your right knee. So side angle is kind of a combination of triangle and warrior two. We have that warrior two front leg, but then using that lift of the rib cage to slide forward like triangle before we land the forearm down and reach top arm to the sky. Circle that top arm around a couple of times in each direction, just getting some mobility of the shoulder blade on the back body, feeling it kind of glide around over the back ribs. And then finishing in an extended side angle. So top arm in line with your bicep, stretch it all the way forward. And then with your bottom hand, let's do something active with it. So making a mudra, an energy lock, bring the forefinger and the thumb together and stretch the other fingers out, palm up. Inhale to reverse warrior, stay low, front leg. Bring hands to your hips, swivel your feet, other end of the mat, same thing, side angle. So setting up that front leg the same way we did for warrior two, using the reach of your front arm to bring your rib cage really far forward. That creates space in that hip joint to take a deeper stretch. Forearm to thigh, top arm up to the sky to 12 o'clock. Circle it around a couple of times, like a big swimming front stroke, back stroke. I assume this is what it'd be like. I can't swim. Seal your thumb and your index finger together and then stretch that top arm all the way forward, arm in line with the ear. Reverse warrior, stay low, front leg. Good, bring two hands to your hips. Now swivel all 10 toes forward, so feet now are parallel to the short edges of the mat. Inhale, puff up the chest, and keeping hands on your waist, exhale, lengthen your spine as long as you can before you bring it all the way down towards the mat. Again, hoodie may not be a great choice, but you do you, boo. Let your head hang heavy. Breathe into the backs of your legs. Lift to a flat back. Bend your right leg a lot. Press your heel into the mat. Shift through center. Stay low. Shift your hips way back. Come on back through center. Bring your heels in a little closer. Wide toes like duck feet come to a goddess shape. Sit low for 3. Steady breath. 2. 1. Rise up, reach up, exhale. Bring your 2 hands together and back to heart center. Carefully spin your toes forward. Step your feet back together. Let's take a balance pose into tree. Bring your right foot up off your mat. Spin the right knee open and then slide the right foot up the leg anywhere it lands today. Pull your left hip into your midline and press your left standing thigh bone way back. Think energy rising through the top of your head, maybe growing the branches or bringing them out to your sides. Again, making a mudra, sealing thumb and forefinger together. The other finger stretched open, receiving, palms up. Coming back to center, close your eyes, take a clearing breath. To the second side tree pose. Bring left knee up and spinning that knee away from yourself, away from your center line. Slide the foot up the leg any amount. Then press your standing right leg back and hug it way into center line. Arms up or maybe opening the branches wide to your sides, shape of a T. Palms up, locking the energy that you are moving through your body, the prana, by sealing thumb to index fingertip. And stepping left foot to meet the right, bringing hands together, heart center, calming, clearing breath. Step it back to the top of your yoga place, your yoga mat. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths in your down dog. Bring your knees to the mat. Take 1 round of cat pose. Press into your hands. Scoop your belly in. Tuck chin to chest. Tailbone under like a scared dog. Inhale to a cow pose. Flip your tailbone. Lengthen your chin forward. Cross your ankles. Sit back on your sit bones. Stretch your legs really far forward. Coming into Dandasana stick pose. So I think it's always beneficial to kind of untuck your seat a little bit so that you're sitting taller on the front edge of your pelvis. Then push through your legs really strong, like you're trying to flatten your knees to the back of the mat. Reach your arms to the sky in line with your ears. Lift using the muscles that support your spine. So really working those erectors on either side of your spine, building strength in the muscles that support your back body. And then exhale, tipping forward, starting to reach for the toes. Maybe your hands don't go that far. Maybe you reach for just your shins, your ankles, or again, locking your peace fingers and thumbs together around the base of the big toe. Think of flipping your tailbone back and reaching your heart forward towards your big toes. Calming the breath. 2 more rounds of breath, lengthening spine, lengthening the backs of the legs. Really focusing on breathing into the whole back body. And then walking your hands up your legs, press your hands down into your mat and bend your knees. With your feet flat, about a hip's distance apart, turn your fingertips towards your heels, roll the shoulders back and down, and then lift your hips to the sky. So as the hips lift, think of taking the crease out of the front of your hips on your yoga pants. Lengthen the back of your head, the neck, the throat, and then really slowly bring it all back down. Join the soles of your feet together. Grasp your ankles, tall chest rising up. Exhale, dropping forward. So for you, the elbows might land right somewhere around your knees and help press those knees down. If it feels okay to go further and the hips are really open, you might clasp your toes and bring your forearms and your elbows in front of your shins, maybe all the way down to the mat. I'm feeling like I'm living in a very stiff body today. I've had a very heavy physical week for many reasons. I have many occupations that keep me busy and physically moving, and my body's a little stiff and sore today, so I'm taking it a little more gently for myself. And my best advice is always to do that for yourself. Whatever your body needs in each day, whether it's a little more juice or a little less. Just giving it exactly what it's asking for, no more. All right, rising up. Stretch your legs forward one at a time. Shake them out. Tuck the right foot into the left leg. And again, just making sure you're kind of sitting tall on both sit bones towards the front edge of your pelvis. Reach your arms high. Revolve towards the left leg. And then exhale, tip forward and fold. Just stretching again the length of the spine towards the leg and the heart towards the big toe. Reach your 2 arms up as you inhale, rise up. Exhale, let's take that right to the other side, setting up. Right leg forward, left foot tucking in. Inhale, reaching 2 arms up, revolving towards your extended leg, really actively pushing that lengthened leg down towards the mat, and exhale, folding. Such a nice stretch for the back body, especially those muscles in the low back. And then deepening the stretch to the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Next, inhale, bring both arms all the way up in line with your ears. Bring the hands down to the mat. Cross your ankles and sit into Sukhasana. So nice tall seat, ankles or shins crossed right about in center. Inhale, arms reach, and exhale, tip forward into your fold. Press your tailbone back and start to melt your body forward any amount. Deepen your breath. Soften into your hips. With every breath, maybe finding a little more space and softness. Lifting back up. Let's recross with the opposite ankle in front, Sukhasana. Inhale, tall chest. Exhale, tip forward into your fold. Take time to melt down, relaxing the edges of your feet, your hips, your knees. Maybe as I am, drawing thumbs to the third eye with fingertips in prayer. Just coming back into a place of focus on you, your center, your calming, cooling breath. Next inhale, sitting up tall. Take your legs out to each side. Give them a little stretch and a little shake. And then maybe again, kind of sitting a little further onto the top edge of the sit bones, onto the forward edge of your pelvis. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, reach forward and reach for anything you can reach. So maybe it's the mat, the floor. Maybe you have a yoga block or two or a pillow cushion that you can rest yourself on. It's all good. We're just going to take a few breaths here. Pressing down through heels, all 10 toes right up towards the ceiling. So there's no internal or external rotation of the leg bones. They're neutral. Last couple breaths, maybe folding further. Nice stretch for the upper legs, the outer hips, the low back. Really great stretch all around the hip sockets. All right, bring yourself up nice and slow. Give your legs a little shake and then pull your heels back together. Make your way down into your mat. Press your feet into your mat. We're going to take a bridge pose. So as you push into your feet, pushing into the very back of your skull, reach your arms up and all the way back, lengthening out as much as you can. Nice and slow, bringing your bridge pose back down. Take your palms flat to the mat and then slide them right under your sit bones. Stretch your legs out. We'll take a fish pose. So in fish pose, we're reaching the heart up, tucking the elbows in close, pressing the toes forward and down, and dropping to the back of the head. So crown of the head reaching back, opening up the throat chakra. Easy breath. Slowly bringing chin to chest and then releasing your arms to your sides. Take a breath, just let your spine reset down into the mat. And then stretch both legs straight upward, pushing your heels to the sky. Take a moment to stretch and roll through your heels, toes, feet, and ankles. And then bring your legs softly back down to the mat. Take a breath, let your spine reset once more here. And one at a time, reach two legs forward, taking up as much space as you have available for your feet, your arms. Hug your shoulders underneath you, and we'll finish in Shavasana. I invite you to stay as long as you wish in this final resting pose. Namaste.